Alright, so in this video, I want to talk about something that is probably present in everyone's life as well, like some of the other um, thoughts and ideas I talked about. Um, and this one kind of builds up on some previous videos. For example, in the one I talked about the smartphone, how it changed how people grow up and how you interact with the world, and also within the one with the education where I talked about the way we start to talk, discuss, and have conversations um, fewer times a day, like rationally seen, than we used to. And what I want to talk about today is kind of the consumptionism and the materialism, um, where our brain is kind of drawn to. And that's also because of the smartphones and all of those screen technologies that were invented, and that definitely brings some good things with them. I mean, it's awesome that many people around the world can educate themselves through a device, and it's also awesome that people can be rescued from places where they weren't possibly saved back in the days. There is not only bad, but if you think about consumerism and materialism and the huge impact it has on our psychological state of mind and our our health, regarding our mind, and yeah, regarding our soul, um, is kind of crazy, and it's also it's kind of sad to see that it's again all coming from such a small, or in some instances bigger device. Um, and what I mean by that is the fact that if you have a normal commute every day, like 10, 12, 15, 20, half an hour, whatever, and you're not the one in control, you're just a passenger, and most often you're getting bored. And if you don't read, if you don't just listen to music without looking at any screen, you are probably looking at a screen. If you're at home and you don't have that many friends, or you're just a bit more the introvert type, or whatever reason you have, and you don't know what to do, and you don't want to go out, you most often end up looking at a screen. Or maybe you read a book or write something or be a handy dandy man and build something, but most often people end up looking at a screen. And this screen is kind of focused around showing you a different way of life, or different things in material way, like new camera, new bike, new PC, new car, new, I don't know, new books, new there, everything. You can see everything on there, and you can also watch everything on there. For example, just normal content where you can see someone else going eat out in a in a restaurant, and they talk about what they eat, and you start to look those videos because you think they entertain you, but subconsciously you will start to realize that you're looking at a screen and they're living life, and they're making even good money out of living their life while you are just watching them live their life. And that's just one aspect that could lead to some, yeah, serious self-esteem issues and problems regarding the psychic state, um, but also in regards to consumerism. I mean, many million people, um, compared to, I don't know, 1980, are now living in debt, they live while they owe constantly money, and most of the time they know that they are in debt, and they probably don't think it's very cool or whatever, but they prioritize the material wealth over the psychological wealth, to be in a state of mind where you don't constantly have to think about something that doesn't really go away if your own behavior changes. And that's something many people really don't want to do. They don't want to change their normal behavior, because they're entitled to have their behavior they want. And that's kind of correct, but if you look at the costs many million people produce because they live their so-called entitled life, and they live it in a way where they kind of just destroy themselves, and then they have to get cared and cured and whatever, and that generates bills, and those bills are then paid by the public because we have the tax system, and so on and so forth. But if you think deeper, but if you realize that in the end it's everybody's own choice to decide what they consume. When I was a child, where there were no screens, so what to say, I mean, only at school and in some bureaus, and yeah, eventually the computers and everything, but mainly the real life wasn't focused around the screen life. And I was just thinking about, I have a bike. This bike is getting a bit too small. I'd love to have a new bike. And that was my only thought. And I wasn't thinking at the same time, like, yeah, these new shoes came out. That new jacket would be nice for the winter. Which jacket is now the jacket you have to be with the cool ones this winter? Which cap do you need in the summer? Which brand has the best short sleeve t-shirts? Which sandals, which sunglasses. That it changes every year, every month, every week. What is the holy grail, and what is the most fashionable? And if you have all these things on your mind, and if you're a woman, or I don't know, just into makeup stuff, there is always coming a new shade of this, a new line of that, and a new color grading in this palette they have, and a new mascara, and the new, it's in the end it's just a machinery behind all this that is trying to show you something you are right now not having, and maybe you want to have it. But if you wouldn't see all those things, you wouldn't even think about all those things, and you wouldn't even bother if you needed them or not, because in most instances you definitely fucking not need the new jacket this winter when you bought one last winter, and 2 winters ago as well, and 3 winters ago as well, just because you want to have the Helly Hansen, the Canada Goose, or the Macage, or I don't know, the Woolrich jacket. It's in its essence, it's fucking stupid if you think about that. People are kind of maneuvered away, and their thinking is manipulated by a freaking device that you're actually in control of. I mean, how nice would it be if you go on a commute, you talk to someone else in the train, in the tram, in the bus, in whatever, and you talk about life, how you doing, what's going on, is this or this working well, is it not, is it good? You start to form relationships, you start to form connections, you start to realize that it's not about the newest handbag you can buy, or the best skateboard that now exists, or the video someone is eating a very fancy Chinese sweet stuff because he lives in America. Now he's all of a sudden needs to try this, and everyone needs to eat it after him because it's now the coolest shit to do. And in 3 months, it's the new bubble drink that everyone need. I mean, if you think about the pistachio thing, those chocolate bars with pistachio in it, and now there are croissants, there are ice creams, there are cornflakes, there is everything pistachio, man. It's you're getting all fooled by one fucking thing in your own control, and that's just it's yeah, and it's all the materialism and consumerism that's driving that many billions of dollars into many different enterprises, big corporations, and in the end investors that all pumped it up. And you guys are some of the guys out there are running around with their big ass um, signs where they write on "eat the rich, eat the rich, eat the rich," or where they write on "we need to end the patriarchy," or we need to start to destroy the right wings, or the left wings are the bad ones and these are not good. Bro, in the end, all of you are going home or sitting in the quiet where you just sit there with your fucking computer, phone, or whatever device, and you stuff all your money into those rich asses while you think you can eat them. it's yeah, it's ironically in itself. But yeah, what the whole point of this raging about consuming and creating your own kind of fake world in your brain where you think you need this, that, and that, then you will be happy, and then you get it, and then you see with influencer XYZ or whatever that he has a new camera and you need this camera but you don't have that much money, then you earn money, you immediately to give it up for the camera. You're not really getting more happy because you now have not enough money to get real things you need. And in the end you start to accumulate debt, and you will realize it's, man, it's garbage. What the fuck? Even though I haven't experienced it, I can tell you it's garbage because I've seen people and I've heard of people, and I can think, yeah. So if you wouldn't, if you would think for one moment, what do I really need? Food, good sleep, house, home, whatever, apartment, maybe a car, maybe a ticket for the commute. I have to pay my bills, and that's kind of it. All around, yeah, and you need all the other health insurances and stuff, and all the things around. I need a new bike, new shoes, new hat, new boxers, new handbag. I need a new mascara. I need new hairstyle. I need new cap. I need the PlayStation. I need the games. I need it's all needs and wants. 100 years back you wouldn't even thought about, and it's not really entitled to live your life how you want if you in the end live it dictated by an industry that's driven to dictate you. So if you understood anything of this, it's great. I hope you took something from it. If not, then not. um if you think why I'm kind of shouting around right now, and in the last videos I was that quiet, it's because someone wrote in the comments that it's kind of quiet, the volume of my videos. So I try now with speaking louder. If it helps, awesome. If I have to edit something, it's kind of not what I wanted, but I'll try. And yeah, I hope, I really hope you're not one of those people that running after stuff just because they think they improve the quality of life. And as always, peace.